Catholic Voices is about creating a team of media-friendly, studio-ready Catholics happy to talk about whatever issues in the news on TV and radio with just a few hours' notice. For the media training, we do it over 2 days. The first day is spent introduction to the principles of media, so understanding the way the media works and what a news story is and so on. And then the other day is spent actually in the studios. We do TV interviews, we do radio interviews, and we use media professionals, real presenters, to ask the questions, and somebody else to take the role of protest the program.
I have every confidence that the papal visit will be a success. I think disarray is putting it a little too strongly.
But the reason you need training is that these are people who would otherwise not know, the basics of studios, who need training in how to put their message across in studios. These are people who don't know the world of media, and the world of media doesn't know them. So what Catholic Voices is about is connecting the TV and radio studios with this group of people. So it serves both the church and the media. We do those interviews, and then we replay them, and everybody gives feedback, and that's how we learn and practice.
Start at the beginning, make your points, and then relax. But if you're very short, which I've done before, and then I regret it because the other person goes on and on and on about all the things I don't want to hear.
Start with the facts,
yes,
and then go on to say, and the church believes that. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Do you seem to have a problem with beginning?
Yeah.
And once you get going, you're absolutely fine. I thought that was really good once you got going. Much better than this morning.
I think what's really interesting is that we have a team of completely ordinary people who are in touch with the concerns and anxieties of people out there, and who are Catholic, and who feel passionately about speaking about their faith and explaining the things that are misunderstood about the teachings of the Church.
Key messages on this. What are your thoughts, Peter?
Well, we all concentrate on the slippery slope in this room. It's basically, when you legalise assisted suicide, the right to die becomes a duty to die.
The training is particularly useful for getting guidance on how to explain our faith and our beliefs clearly to people who don't share those beliefs.
The training has really helped me to articulate my own faith, to think about some of the very difficult issues that people are interested in and which will often be asked in the world, and to try and present that in a reasonable and effective way.
Well, the Catholic Voices training helps me to become aware of the issues, to deepen my own faith, and gives me practical advice on how to convey it to others.
Catholic Voices doesn't speak officially on behalf of the bishops, but the way we put it is we're not official, but we're authoritative. So if you invite a Catholic voice onto your programme, you're going to get a view that is mainstream, authoritative, and reflects church thinking.
But I think most of the wealth that the church has is in its buildings, and those buildings are not just for today, but they're for the future, and they're not just places people come together to pray. But in my own parish, it's where the mum and toddlers group happens on a Tuesday, it's where the homeless outreach happens every night. And so if you got rid of those buildings to pay for things, you'd actually rip the hearts out of communities.
I think it's vital that Catholics are part of the national conversation now. We have a lot to give to this society. Our voice needs to be heard, and it needs to be heard in a way that's accurate and reasonable, not distorted, because we have our part to play in British society and we need to be heard.